Are you considering to work as a medical professional or as a skilled worker in Germany? Then this video is for you. Good morning! Isang napakagandang umaga. I'm Guten Morgen. This is your Filipino hamburger and welcome back to my channel. Recently, Germany has become one of the most attractive countries for skilled workers and medical professionals. I mean, everyone knows that the country is in need of skilled workers and nurses and medical doctors. And so recently, if I'm not mistaken, earlier this year, the government had passed a law that relaxes the hiring of these target groups, and to make it more attractive for skilled workers and nurses, foreign nurses, to enter the German labor market. And yeah, working abroad could be really overwhelming and challenging. It's a new culture, new language, new mentality. You deal with people from different backgrounds with different strong personalities. And I don't know, maybe your recruitment agency promise you the stars and the moon or the universe, but sometimes we have to manage our expectations. Most of the time people think that, yes, I'm going to Germany, it's paradise there, it's gonna be awesome, it's my dream, it's a dream come true. It's like, yes, it's a dream come true, but come on, slow down. Because, like what I've said, it could be overwhelming, especially in winter. And so here I am sharing my experiences and inputs on how is it like to work in Germany. So for those again who are planning or aspiring to work in this country, please sit down, open your ears. If you have pens and notes with you, then write it down, okay? Because I want you, yes, you the viewer, you the aspiring candidate who is planning or hoping that one day when the situation is better, will be able to come here in this country and work with good pay, But again, let's manage our expectations, because I don't want you to arrive here and then boom, disappointed, boom, depressed, worse, demotivated, and then you start finding yourself in the corner of the shower room crying with a music background from Celine Dion, all by myself. Okay, that was a bad example, but I don't care. Anyways, so this is it, ladies and gentlemen. Number one, the language. I couldn't emphasize more how important it is to learn the language or to master the language. Okay, fine, you don't need to make it perfect. You don't need to be, flawless. But guys, if you really want to successfully integrate in the labor market and in the society here in Germany, then please learn the language by heart. I know for some, you guys have been working or you have been learning for the past years, 2, 3, 4, 5 years, and yet you are still not comfortable talking or using the language. Why? I don't know. Tell me, why are you not able to improve it? Well, number one, maybe because you just don't use it, or you just don't have motivation to use the language. I'm telling you, a language needs to be used regularly. Otherwise, it will be deteriorated. And there are some who wants to perfect the grammar first before using it, but no, okay, fine. Yes, you can do that, but I'm telling you, the best way to improve it is by opening your mouth and use the language and say Krankenwagen, Otherwise, no. I mean, you can read all the grammar books available online or in the bookstore. You can listen to all songs of, I don't know, a German singer. You can read the news, but then if you don't use it, if you don't speak, if you don't open your mouth and use the language, useless. You will not progress, I'm telling you. And again, Germans, your future colleagues would appreciate it more if they see and feel that you are exerting effort. So what I'm trying to say here is, even if your grammar is not perfect, just say it. Just do your best. Try and try. I mean, like what I've said, Germans or even the native speakers are not perfect with their grammar. I mean, I asked people around what's dative and accusative and genitive, and they were like, was ist das? I mean, come on. I mean, as long as you are able to communicate and understood properly, then that's already a good start. But if you are able, or if you can improve it to the next level, and then next level, then that would be super, hammer, krass, you know? So please, don't take your language courses for granted. Learn the language by heart. And if you spend maybe, I don't know, 15 minutes every day learning the language, talking to someone, that's it. Again, your language skills will bring you a long way. So, por favor, please, pakiusap. Learn the language. Take it seriously. Especially if you want to enjoy life here in Germany. If you want to work successfully, then bitte lern die Sprache. Also, mein Sprache ist nicht perfekt, mein Deutsch ist nicht perfekt. Ich lerne noch jeden Tag. Aber ja, das ist so. Also ich habe so viele Fehler mit meiner Grammatik. Aber trotzdem, I'm using it because I want to practice. Otherwise, like what I've said, it will deteriorate if you don't use it. Okay? So please learn the language by heart. Number 2. Maybe you have already done your research about Germans or Germany. Well, Germany definitely can be super cold or colder. Germans, are they cold and unfriendly? Okay, this is my take. They need time. Germans are not Filipinos. Germans are not Spanish nor Latinos. They are not warm. They're not friendly right there and then. They need time to warm up. They need time to know you. I mean, I know this is normal in our countries. Like the first 3 minutes, hey, what's your Instagram? Hey, what's your Facebook? Hey, do you have Twitter? Hey, follow me here and follow me there. Here, this is my number. This may be crazy, but call me maybe. I said, yeah, Germans don't do that. So don't expect them to be friendly with you on your first day at work. Duh. I mean, hello, you are a stranger. They don't know you. So what do you expect? They're gonna lick and kiss your and be like, huh? Entschuldigung, hello. So, that's something you have to know. They are not like you. They are not friendly. They are not warm according to your standards. But for them, being neutral, being normal, being cold and friendly is normal. Because like what I said, they need to warm up. And I'm telling you, if you find a German friend, he or she is really a friend. I mean, it takes time. It might take months or years. And so, be patient. I was lucky to have German friends who are super, to the highest point, really nice. Okay, there's sometimes, but to the point that they paid my flight ticket from Frankfurt to Manila return, just as a gift. I don't know. I was like, whoa. I mean, wow. You know. So, ladies and gentlemen, don't expect them to be that friendly like how you experience it back home, because you will just be disappointed. You have to work hard. You have to earn their trust and their respect. But I'm telling you, if you manage to befriend them, super. Good game up. Bravo. Okay guys, number 3. Number 3. Germans are direct. And if you are planning to work here, be ready. Because most of the time, they don't have filters. I mean, maybe back home, you are used to use all the filters available online and offline. But here, do not expect that they would be sugarcoating all or what they are going to tell you. They would tell you if they think that your idea is bad. They wouldn't care about your emotion. Your emotion, your feelings, don't have room in that conference room, for example. Your feelings or your emotions do not have space in the operating room, in the delivery room, in the station, because they care about the job and not your emotion or your feelings. So, if you are ready and if you think you're tough enough to accept direct or straightforward comments or feedbacks from your colleagues, then welcome. Willkommen in Deutschland. Otherwise, you have to reconsider your plans of moving here. If you're planning to move here in Germany, learn how to be direct. I know for some culture that being direct is being impolite, but here, like what they say, when in Rome, do what the Romans do. Huh? When in Rome, do what the Romans do. I think so. Otherwise, you know what I mean. I mean, if you are in Hamburg, or if you are in Germany, do what the Germans do. Punctuality. Punctuality and efficiency is something you have to expect if you want to work here in Germany. Well, not only to expect, but also to practice. If you really want to work here in Germany, then learn how to be punctual and efficient. Okay, fine. Maybe not everyone is punctual. But here in Germany, time is gold. Zeit ist Geld. Okay? So, do your best to be on time. Don't miss your appointments. Be on time if you have early shift, late shift, or night shift. Be on time. Because when you're on time, then you can be productive. When you're productive, then they would love you. And you'll be like, oh, good gemacht. Number 5. I know that back home, in your home countries, people or recruitment agencies most of the time promise you the universe. Oh yeah, if you take this job, you will be earning this certain amount. You will be doing this and that. But then, I don't know, maybe I might be wrong, but did they tell you about the taxes here in Germany? Yes, tax. T-A-X. Tax. Because in Germany, almost everything has tax. You have a tax, you have your income tax, you have your religious tax, you have your tax for your pet, you have your tax for your garbage, you have your tax for your car, you have your tax for everything. So don't expect that what the agency promised you back home will be really the reality here. Because like what I've said, you have a lot of taxes that you need to settle, okay? The tax system in Germany is, progressive, if I'm not mistaken. Please correct me if I'm wrong. So it could range between 10% to 40% and sometimes 45%. So imagine that 42% of your salary goes to your tax, and then you have your religious tax, you have your contribution to the social system, social security system. So you have also there the contribution for your unemployment benefits one day. You have there for your pension, you have for your health insurance, and yeah, and then that's it, you know. So let's say you are earning, or you will be earning 3,200 euros a month gross or brutto. So maybe at the end of the month, you will have around 2,100 euros take home. So imagine that almost 1,000 euros went to your tax and your other contributions, you know. But it's also good because if one day you lose your job, if one day if one day your contract expired, then you can always apply for unemployment benefit. I had that for a month. I applied for an unemployment benefit, and I got 60% of my salary for the past 12 months, you know. So it was enough. It was actually more than enough to pay my rent and to have some tequila shots in Repaban. No, just kidding. But yeah, I meant it. But yeah, you get 60% is more than enough to pay your bills monthly. You're only qualified to take this benefit, or to have this benefit for 12 months maximum. I would be talking about this benefits tax system and everything in another video, so watch out guys. The thing you have to know is Germany is the land for insurances. You can have insurance for every single thing. Insurance for, okay, health insurance is mandatory, okay? That's definitely. You cannot have your visa, you cannot have your residence permit without health insurance. So that's mandatory, okay? So aside from your health insurance, you can have third-party liability insurance. And what is that? Okay, just a brief explanation. So for example, I'm helping out someone to move out to a new apartment, and then I was carrying the TV, and then boom, accident, I dropped the TV is kaput, or the TV got broken, kaput, destroyed. So my insurance will pay for that. I won't pay for that, but my insurance. And you also have the Hausrat, and that's insurance for your apartment or your flat, or if you have your own house, or if you plan to buy or rent a house, then it's for your house too. You can have an insurance for your lawyers, so you don't have to pay for the lawyers, but the insurance company will pay for your lawyers in case of legal battles. You can also have insurance for your pet. You can have insurance for your bike. You can have insurance for your teeth. You can have basically insurance for everything. Okay? So at least with insurance, better be safe than sorry. Okay. You really want to work in Germany? Then you have to be independent and be matured. Okay? I mean, guys, come on. You're leaving your country and go to a foreign land. What do you expect? Your employer will feed you everything? Your employer will provide you everything? Yeah, I know that there are nice companies here who gives or who provides integration officer. But come on, do not abuse your integration officers. They could be really, really, really nice. You know, they will guide you. They will help you going there. They will help you with your visa and everything and everything and everything. But at the end of the day, you also have to do something. It takes two to tango, my boy, my girl, boy, bakla, tumboy. I mean, you cannot just rely and depend on them. Please, exert some effort. So, if you really want to come here in Germany, then learn how to be independent and mature. Okay? Because you have to deal things on your own. Okay? You have to face these challenges on your own. I mean, they will be helping you, but at the end of the day, you have to do your part. So, be independent and be matured and book your ticket. Okay, next thing that you should know, finding an apartment or a house in Germany could be really super challenging. It can be mentally, emotionally, and physically exhausting. I mean, you have to send a lot of requests, you're gonna be visiting a lot of apartments, and then at the end, you are not selected. So, be ready for that process. You are lucky if there's someone in your company who would be assisting you to find your apartment. Otherwise, pooh! It will take time. I know people who waited for 1 year to finally find an apartment. You know? I mean, sometimes you go to that apartment for a visit or an ocular inspection and you think that you're the only one, and then you arrive there, oops, you are number 15. Ha! Yeah, I know. That's why you have to be on time. If the appointment is 11, be there at 10:30 or 10:15. And so you will be the first candidate to enter the house, you know? But then that's not only the thing that they consider. You have to have your stable job, which means you have to have enough salary that will pay the rent. And if your contract or your job contract is unbefristet or unlimited, then you have a higher chance, okay? And so guys, don't be picky. I mean, and please, you have to know this, okay? Apartments in Germany could be really expensive, especially in big cities. And then, please do not demand for a one-room apartment with furnitures close to your working place, and then you expect for, let's say, less than 500 euro warm meter? Oh, tell me, if you find that, tell me, because I also want that, okay? I mean, that's almost close to impossible. Okay, next thing. If your agency is promising you that by next month you can bring your kids to Germany, poo, jeez mio, no, that agency might be lying. Are you really believing them that in just 1 month you can bring your family to Germany? Come on, don't be so naive. It takes time, guys. You know, it might take 6 months if you are really quick, or a year, and sometimes, unfortunately, it could take 2 years before you manage to bring your family here with you. There's a long process. Your husband or your wife has to learn the language. At least he or she has to have A1 level for German language, okay? And then you have to do this. You have to have enough space in your apartment. If you are only renting a room with 15 square meters, come on. The embassy will not approve your family reunion visa. You have to have your own apartment with a kitchen, with 2 rooms maybe, or 3 rooms. And you know, what I'm trying to say here is, if you are ready to bring your family here, then be ready to have a bigger apartment. And which means, be ready to have more expenses. Okay? Because 3-room apartment could be really expensive. Are you ready to pay 1,000 euro apartment? No, not to mention the monthly grocery, not to mention the electricity, the water, the internet. I'm just sharing, you know? So, manage your expectation. If your agency would tell you that, Madam, you can bring your family in just 1 month. Trust me, we will bring them there in 1 month. That's bullshit. Okay? So please, manage your expectation. 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. And that also depends where are you coming from. Because it's case-to-case basis. Because for some countries, the German embassy is very busy. For some countries, they would just like, boom, you get your appointment tomorrow, bring the documents, and then voila. In 2 months, you have the visa. Next month. So, please, manage your expectations. Okay, last but not the least, and I think it's very important for a successful integration as well, is be ready to unlearn to learn. Yes, you heard it right. Unlearn to learn. You have to unlearn things. You have to unlearn the things that you have learned back home or you used to do back home to learn something and so adapt. You know, I mean, not necessarily that you will forget them, but try to unlearn. Like, for example, you have to unlearn how to be late. Well, because sometimes there are countries where being late for an hour is like super normal, and being late for 2 hours is acceptable. Being late for 3 hours is like, you can see this. But here, you have to unlearn that. Okay? You have to unlearn. You are no longer in your country. You are here. In a different country with a different culture, different practices, different mentality, different work ethics, different. So, if you are really serious to come to Germany for work, you should know how to unlearn to learn. Verstanden? Ich hoffe. So yeah, that's it from my side. I hope my input would help you decide if going and moving to Germany for a new career is a wise decision. If you think you are tough enough, if you think you are independent enough, if you think you are matured enough, if you think you can deal with new culture, if you think you are ready to pay taxes, if you think you are ready to unlearn things, to learn something new, then willkommen in Deutschland. Na, das war's für heute und dann vielen Dank, dass du bis Ende geblieben bist. And please, if you like this video, just give me this and do not forget to subscribe and share to your family, friends, colleagues, acquaintance, ex and stalkers. Also meine Damen und Herren, meine Liebe, this is your Filipino hamburger who wants to say that we should manage our expectations, because at the end of the day, our expectations are our greatest disappointments. Ciao!